And Aaron is with us. So Aaron Smith is joining us from the East Coast. So it's later for him. It's definitely an evening webinar for him. He is with CubiCasa, and we have some fun things that we're going to roll out tonight. And I think it'll be really, really impactful for you to watch and learn and this new product that we're all going to have access to. And I don't know about you, but I love the product. I've used it for just about a year. I saw Aaron at an MLS conference last year, and he rolled it out to some of the other directors and other business people that I was in a meeting with, and I was like surprised that all of them were not getting on board with this. So I think you'll find some of his slides very compelling, and you'll definitely want to try this out when we get done tonight. And if you have questions along the way, just like we've done in the past Mondays, if you want to just put those in the chat, that way he has enough time to get through all of his slides. And we'll be sure to, if there's something that's relevant as he's going through, I'll be sure to speak up for you and make sure your questions are asked at the appropriate time. So let's go ahead and turn it right over to Aaron Smith. And Aaron, he's just got back from Thanksgiving. I know he had a couple little one that was in the Nutcracker. He's been diving into being a dad and doing all of the holiday stuff. It's kind of cool to get to know him on a personal level too tonight. So
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me. I know we've been chatting about this for a bit, but we're super excited to kind of launch out one of our promotional partnerships with Best Choice, kind of anchoring up in the old Pacific Northwest. That's at least what we call it over here in the Midwest. Yeah, I'm from Michigan. I'm our head of sales here at CubiCasa. I've been here just over 3 years. I come from a real estate photography background, so I ran sales at a national real estate photography company for quite some time, and then met our team here at CubiCasa, and they were one of our vendors. And I got swooped off my feet and fell in love with floor plans. And I never thought I'd say that statement, but I live, eat, and breathe floor plans every single day. So excited about it to talk with you all. Like we said, just feel free to add any questions in the chat. We'll make sure we have plenty of time to answer those, whether they're technical, how-tos, anything like that. We're happy to answer anything and everything like that. On screen, you can see we've got a QR code. This is the easiest and best way to affiliate your account with the promotional partnership that we'll walk through that we have together. If you already have an account, that's no problem. We can always affiliate you in your settings, or you can also go to our customer support chat and they can do it automatically. We have chat folks that are live and available 24/7. These are real folks that work for us, and we've got a great team who's always willing and ready to help out with any other questions that you may have. But we can dive in. So we always kind of want to talk about the why behind floor plans. You all work with homeowners, day in and day out, or potential homeowners. And what we've learned and what we've seen others support is the fact that consumers want floor plans on listing media. NAR research shows that floor plans are the single most desired add-on after listing photos and property info. So when you think about that, they want to see the photo, they want to read your listing description, and then they want to see a floor plan. They want that spatial awareness to be able to see those photos next to the floor plan to say, is my ottoman or couch that I've had for 10 years going to fit? Is my bed going to fit? Is my kids' stuff going to fit? And everything like that. Zillow put out an interesting stat that showed 81% of consumers are more likely to view a home if they have a floor plan. You can see this in the products that other portals and other partners in the space are putting out that are highlighting rich media like floor plans. And Move 8 Real Estate found that including a floor plans reduced time on market by up to 50%. I know some of you are in some of the hottest markets in the country, so time on market can sometimes be irrelevant, but some markets and wherever we're headed, nobody knows. It's always nice to know that you've got an asset there that can, help the consumer make a decision faster. This is just a great example of what we have is our floor plans, a couple different options. You can see the spaces can be wildly complex. They can be simple. They can be minimalistic. Anything that you need and want of how you want to promote your home, you can do that using Kubicasa. Um, so how to use it, right? I think this is one of the most interesting things is to think about a simple product like Kubicasa. We'll get into how to use it, but I always like to say it takes 5 minutes or less to do the average size house. we have a goal here at CubiCasa that we call get a floor plan on every listing. We say it in shorthand vernacular. It's called FPOL. It's not a cool sounding thing, but we have a lot of t-shirts, stickers, and other things with that on it. But we want to see a floor plan on every single listing for the consumers and to help everybody just understand the size and space of the house. We do believe that it appeals to potential buyers and helps generate follow-up leads, and it helps your buyers make better decisions. One of the unique ways we've seen some agents pick this up is because only about 45% of all listings have a floor plan on them, about the other half don't. And when you go into these buyers' showings, you can do a Kubicasa floor plan on your way out and then send that as a follow-up the following day, just to continue to add that value to say, hey, you liked this home. Here's more information on it, and help yourself make a decision before the end of the day to get an offer in on this home. But back to the basics. What is Kubicasa? Kubicasa, very simply put, is an app that you can download on Android or iPhone. You scan a property within 5 minutes and you get an accurate floor plan with room measurements. How it works, this is just a quick video. We'll go into another detailed video here in a second. That you just walk with your phone, holding it straight up, just like you would if you're filming the space for a virtual walkthrough or something like that. And the app captures the space. You save it, upload it to our cloud, and out comes a floor plan. We'll quickly watch this video here for the 3 easy steps, but I'll narrate it as we go. As simple as already having created your account, you log in. We geolocate you based off your location on the phone. You can always edit the address. You scan the property. You can scan exterior spaces like decks and porches and pool areas. You go inside, you capture the whole house from bottom to top or top to bottom in one continuous scan. The app will remind you not to get too close to walls or furniture or to slow down. And then you upload your scan, select the products that you want, and then you upload and finish that order, and then within 24 hours or less comes the product back to your phone. So it's literally as simple as that. And I always tell people, if it seems intimidating, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And my 6-year-old has actually done our house several times as well. We do have a funny ad that has circled around the Instagram reels of another 6-year-old doing a floor plan and saying it's so easy a kid can do it. But we really try to make it easy where there's no training really. The training happens in app while you're scanning. But if you're somebody who wants to test it out before you go live in front of a client, by all means, do your own house. We have a free product that's offered and available to you at any time as well. So this is just a little bit more of a visual walkthrough. This is how my brain works, being able to see the floor plan and how they walk through the space itself, and see the pace of our wonderful actress Tammy, who is actually a Seattle native. She's our community manager for our photographer side of things. But you can see the warnings on the side as well, like, hey, too close to the wall, slow down. Again, it's as simple as just holding the phone out. No tripod, no exterior device, anything like that. You just walk and scan the house and capture each room. What I always tell people is, especially within like small bathrooms, closets, and things like that, you do not need to walk into somebody's closet that is like a normal bifold closet and spin around inside their clothes. Just make sure that the door is open. You walk in, and you just get close to it, and then move back out. Walk-in closet, go in, turn around, come out. Jack and Jill bathroom, walk straight through and go through the other bathroom and then come out the other side. You don't need to double back. The app is smart enough to recognize where you're at, and then the model that it's creating will effectively double check for those areas. You can see how she walks quickly into that walk-in closet. She doesn't go all the way into the wall, all the way back. Same for the little water closet there as well. It's as easy as just capturing the space. The number one rule is if you capture it, we've got it. If we don't capture it, we cannot make it up. As good as our AI is, we are trying to stay away from generating fake spaces out in the wild. The other part of the nice piece of this is I don't know if any of you have ever tried to measure a curved wall, but it's wildly difficult and inaccurate. This can handle any type of space, unique spaces. I know in some parts of the market where you guys are located, you've got very old homes that walls are not all the way straight. You've got the curved spaces. You've got massive houses, and shoes as well. That one's my favorite one that we've done is a little shoe down in Pennsylvania, which is actually an Airbnb that you can go rent. But you can be confident that any type of space, any size that you have in the residential side of things, you can make happen with CubiCasa. So this brings me a little bit to kind of the product set that we have. So our light free floor plans are what you see here on the right side of the screen. This is our interior room dimensions and the floor plan itself. It's our simplest product. It represents kind of our base level of what consumers want to see on the listing. And so you have here, like I said, the interior dimensions, some of the exterior dimensions if they scan them, but you do not get the total square footage of the house. This covers up to 5,000 square feet. It's available with or without room dimensions. If you don't like room dimensions for whatever reason, you can toggle those off in your settings. And then this requires no credit card to get started for these. Now, the really exciting part of this is the promotional partnership we have for you allows you to test and utilize a bunch of products for free for 90 days. And this is not 90 days from the start of this partnership, so it's 90 days from the start of you signing up and affiliating your account. If you have an account and have already used us, you can still affiliate yourself and get this partnership. No problems there. But if you start it now, you're going to have it all the way through into the spring season. You're going to be a total pro on how to use it, what products to use, and how to benefit your clients and your listings and buyers. You can see here that the free products that we have for 90 days are the Light, the Plus, and the GLA, which I'll show you on the next screen, and then 25% all of our 3D products. Our 3D products are really unique from a listing standpoint, whether it's a multifamily or SFR type home, or if it's a cluttered home or a home that you just need to add a little extra pizzazz. These are ways that you can either kind of customize the interior, add different fixtures and furnitures that are in there, or you can have it matched true to life. On those other add-ons, we have the GLA, which is our appraisal style floor plan. So if you are an appraiser-friendly realtor, you can pass this on to your appraiser as a little friendly, here you go. We have 6-hour turnaround. We have CAD files for any of those builders, designers, interior decorators who really want to get into the space and edit things around and move that wall that everybody dreamed of. You can do that with our CAD files. We have our 3D renders, which are a video that you actually get of the space. It's usually about 90 to 120 seconds of the walkthrough of the space. These are true to life or customized to what you'd like. This is a really great experience. If you have somebody who is buying a house and they want to do a total renovation of it, you can pick the style that they're going to go with, and we can design it based off those selections. Again, it's just one of those unique features. Whether they're going to be buying the home or they're selling the home, it just helps people give them ideas of what the space could look like. We've also seen a lot of our favorite type of houses, the cluttered and hoarder houses, turn into beautiful spaces very quickly with this. And the thing that I always like to mention too is that this is all done through the same 5-minute scan. You have to do no extra work other than selecting this type of products that you have here. Another unique feature that we have is part of our Plus package. That's the $15 floor plan or free for the next 90 days that you affiliate your account. Inside of that, we have our CubiCasa tour. This is where you can marry your floor plans as well as the images that you or your photographer take to create a interactive tour that you can share on your listing websites, your MLS. And this also automatically syndicates over to redfin.com and soon to be another portal that we can announce in a couple weeks here. Since I'm being recorded, I can't legally announce that. I've been told that by my president because I announced it a couple times unrecorded. But that's a really exciting partnership with another top 2 portal in the space. And so these will automatically flow into a highlighted section of the listing, and they can also flow into your virtual tour links and things like that. The nice thing about this is you upload the photos into CubiCasa, it automatically maps the location of the photos on the floor plan, and then the homeowner or potential homeowner can interact with this space on their time through a portal or through a link that would be on the MLS or that you send them.
I got a question before you move to the next one, Aaron. It came
Yeah.
in on my chat. How does that compare to Matterport? They're kind of wanting an alternative to Matterport. Would this be a comparable to that experience for the user?
Yeah, great question. So you can't interact within the photos by moving them around. You can move the floor plan around, change the floor, get closer, get smaller, further away. Our 3D render is kind of more of the similar experience where you're walking through the space. Now that is a
Okay.
video, but that would be that product where you're trying to get that in-depth feel of the space. That's the one that I would say would work
Okay.
there.
It would be most like the Matterport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ideally, we come out with our, one 5-minute scan 3D product. We've been working on it for years internally. I'll say honestly, the device technology needs to move a little bit more forward, but I think hopefully someday there'll be a product there like that from CubiCasa.
Great.
Uh, the most important part after you capture your floor plan is how to get it. I think this is one thing that we sometimes can skip over, but you can download this in a number of image or PDF files. We have a varying number of types of reports that you can download as a PDF. You can download it from your app or by logging into the browser on the Kubicasa dashboard, and you upload your floor plan into the listing alongside your listing photos. So it just goes straight into the listing carousel, and that's all you need to do. One of the other things that I like to highlight here is I'm sure many of you have a photographer that you utilize. Some of them may do this for you as well. We work a lot with photographers across the country and the globe, and we've created a really great photographer network across the US that has preferred photographers where effectively they offer a floor plan on every single listing that they photograph as part of their bundle. So if you're too busy, if you want them to do it, we have a great set of kind of vetted professionals here across your markets. And we're actually going to be launching a branded page for you guys as well that you can go search for a photographer in there and see their profiles. And I think, that's whether you do your photos or don't or have a professional photographer, it's just another part of the piece of the puzzle to help you get through your listing, capture process sooner and faster. Whether you want to do the floor plan on your own or not, I think we just want to make sure that all the resources are covered because we've got great partners on both sides of the coin of photography and on the agent side. I mentioned this a little bit earlier at the start, but we have 24/7 customer support. These are actual humans that work across all of our markets. And so we really strive to be kind of a human connection first company, even though we are a bit of an AI machine learning company. We know that the value of having somebody to answer your question, fix your problem, solve an issue quickly is something that we really work hard to do. And so I always say if you have a question on accuracy, you had a floor plan come back and it's different than what the homeowner says their square footage is, immediately go to that chat and ask them, hey, what do I do here and how do I fix this or what went wrong? They can take a deep dive into your scan, figure out what went wrong, and then troubleshoot it for you. At times, our world is not so black and white, meaning what the assessor or previous homeowner gave for total square footage may not be the true number, but we can also give tips and tricks of how to navigate very lightly of saying, hey, here's why we believe this is the right number. Or if on the off chance, less than 1% of our floor plans have any sort of catastrophic error or something happens, we're more than happy to fix that and jump in and help as well. I think on that note around accuracy, it's important to know that Kubicasa is used widely by appraisers across the United States. We are an approved method by Fannie and Freddie. We have been friends and close with them for quite some time, and appraisers are using these every single day as part of their appraisals, whether it's a traditional or a hybrid desktop. We're well versed in the appraisal world, so you can kind of trust the accuracy because it's going into that mortgage side of the world, which you can't miss there. So next steps, just sign up, affiliate your account, go do the 5-minute scan today, tomorrow, the next day, test it out, send us feedback. We love feedback. Our chief product officer reads every single feedback submission every week. On Friday afternoon, he sits down and grabs a coffee, or if it was a hard week, maybe a beer, and he goes through all the feedback, and then we log it all in certain areas for the company to review and see as well. We truly do love the feedback, good or bad. It just helps us continue to get better each day. But capture that floor plan with the 90 days free that you have. Keep doing them, try them on customers, friends, family, and just get used to the product and process that we have here. And that is as simple as that. That's our promotional partnership with Best Choice and the products offered. And so happy to dive into some questions and anything
There are
like
some
that.
questions that are starting to come through, Aaron, so we can unmute
Awesome.
the line as well if you would prefer to just
Yeah.
speak to Aaron directly. We have a smaller group. I guess it's the holiday hangover, we call it, Aaron.
I
Um,
get
yeah,
it.
but we've got one of the questions was that I think she jumped on a little bit later. The 90-day promotion. What did they get for 90 days?
Yeah, 90 days is our free 2D add-ons. Those that includes the 2D floor plan of the Plus version, our GLA version, and then 25% off the 3D video render, floor plan, CAD files as well.
Okay, so it's to 25% off the 3D, I think is the question. She was asking about the 3D render, I believe.
Uh,
Mhm.
yeah,
Hopefully that
the
answers your
tour,
question.
the tour I was at.
Yeah, the
Ah,
tour.
yeah, the tour is included with your Plus floor plan, so you can try that out for free for the next 90 days.
It's after you sign up with Best Choice or because I already have account. Is
Yeah,
it
so
You got to connect
90
your
yeah,
days
account.
when it starts?
yeah, it starts as soon as you affiliate your account with Best Choice. And if you're having a hard time going into your settings and finding like your office location, then you can go in and chat our support and they'll be able to add it to you within the next, 20 minutes or so.
Mm, thanks.
Great. Mary, you had a question? Go ahead. She's got her hand raised.
I think
Unmute
you're
your
on
line,
mute.
Mary.
To
There you go.
sign up, do I need to scan the what's on the screen?
You
Where
can
it says
scan this
scan?
QR code and then we sent the sign up link today, which I believe will be sent out after this
Okay.
call.
I'm trying to scan it with my iPhone. It's not working. Is there another way of doing it?
I
I
can
can
send the
grab the
link.
link. Yeah.
Yeah, I
If
can
you
send you
grab
the
the
link,
link, that
Mary.
would be awesome. Thank you
Or
very much.
Shannon, can you post the link in the chat too?
Yep, I'm on it.
Okay, awesome. Great. There was another question that came in to me. Hold on.
I got one. How many of our competitive companies are using this in your area? Well, you guys are the first one to do a deal like this with us, excuse me, in the area. So I think what I can say is we do have a lot of MLS partners across the country, and we've been starting to shift our attention towards brokerage, and Rochelle has been one of the first and early adopters for us. So I think that, from a standpoint of agents knowing about CubiCasa, it really depends. But I think from an agent leading kind of from the front of using it on every single listing, that's a newer thing that is definitely a competitive advantage in the market today.
Definitely. Is it New Mexico where they're MLS? Everybody's using
Yes.
it? Is that
Yep,
the
New Mexico MLS is the first MLS in the country to require floor plans in every listing, and then Wardex, Western Arizona, has also required floor plans as well.
Yeah, I mean, it works even, I mean, my mom's got like a second home and we tried her manufactured home. It was like it captured all of it because she wants to do some remodeling and it was pretty sweet. So,
It
I mean, it
worked in
works
El
for,
Salvador.
yeah,
That's awesome.
that's cool. Yeah. So we're both I know Virginia has even used the 3D
Hmm.
video render
Nice.
and
Yep.
had great success with that. Do you want to share what that experience was like, Virginia?
Yeah,
Great.
so basically I actually just used it again. I used your 3D video walkthrough and added virtual staging at the same time, and it just
Nice.
blew my brain because it takes literally less than 10 minutes, right? You just
Yeah.
walk logically through the property. It tells you when not to get close, when not to, when you're too close, to tilt your phone up. It's just really, it's easy. And I wasn't sure about doing the virtual staging part at the same time I was doing the video. But when I just got the video today back, it was just a huge difference. This property has sat on the market for 160 days for a different agent that I'm helping in our brokerage. And she had done her own pictures, and so I've redone everything and including this, and it's just like a whole different property. I cannot wait to get it relisted.
That's great.
Nice.
That's great feedback. Maricon, you had a question? Go ahead, unmute your line.
Yeah. Would it be the same as downloading the app instead of signing up online? It's the same?
So,
You have to
so
connect
when
with
you
the,
Yeah, when you sign up on this, when you go to the web browser or on your phone browser, it creates your account through that process. Then when you sign up in the app, it automatically knows that that promotional partnership is applied. So I would say the easiest way is to go through your browser on your phone
Okay.
or on your web page and then do it that way and then download and sign up.
Okay. And then I have another question.
That's okay. Go
So,
ahead.
with the 2D floor plan, we would add that onto the listing as like one of the photos, and then the
Yes.
3D video. If I already have a video attached to my listing, how does that work? Can we do two different videos? Like the
Not
3D
with
and
our
then the regular?
MLS. With Northwest MLS, they only allow you to do one, last I checked. So you'd have to pick, but it would be nice to have options in your agent remarks. You could probably say, for a 3D potential, what is potential with this property, click here, so that
Okay,
you
that
have some
sounds
more
good.
options.
Yeah, I've done that
Okay,
with the
that sounds great.
supplements before, Americon, where it's like see in the supplements and you just literally have like a link. People do that with HOA documents all the time too. Well, they'll just have the
Oh,
link in
okay,
the subs. Yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're working on with our portal integrations having all the media flow through. That's just in progress right now. So hopefully at some point it'll all automatically go to a portal. Now that doesn't mean each MLS will take it, but it might mean that the consumer sees it as well. But if you always want it on the MLS, we always say, find a place to put it there.
Great feedback. Good question. Well, I had another question that came in. Somebody else wrote me a personal note here, Aaron. Sorry. He said he's used the product, but he had a client that was challenging and was trying to debate him on the square footage of the appraisal. How do you deal with those types of picky sellers?
Yeah, good question. There's two routes that I tell people with this is one, if you know that going into it and you're using it as like a marketing item, you can toggle the total square footage off the floor plan. It can just be a marketing item to make people happy to see their space kind of in a floor plan view. Two, I think we've done a study alongside some appraisal customers of ours where we sent out multiple appraisers and then multiple untrained folks to scan the same home or measure the same home in an appraisal style. And the level of variance between our floor plans accuracy was lower than the hand measured appraisal style. And this is done across a pretty broad subset. And so again, it goes back to that gray area of what is true. Is the county assessor's records true? Is the appraiser's measurement totally accurate? Is ours 100%? Probably not. 100% is a hard thing to be true at, but we confidently know our accuracy is between 96 to 98% with Android devices and 98 to 100% with iPhone devices. So you can kind of know within that variance of what you should see. But if you want the other piece is if you do the plus floor plan, you're getting what we call a gross interior area of the home. An appraiser is doing the GLA floor plan, which includes wall thickness and heated and unheated spaces, which is a little bit different of a calculation of total space versus those two products. So if you know you're going to have that type of customer, try the GLA product, and that's where you'll see that appraisal style number show up, which is usually a little bit variant than what we call GIA.
Okay, that's helpful. Hopefully that answered your question. What happens if you accidentally captured the same room twice during the scan? Does it know that? Does it kind of correct for you? I thought so.
Yep. We can know based off the flow, the overall capture of that. I will say if you start looping through the house 5 or 6 times, the app's going to get a little upset with you. We try not to do a double back, but if it happens, there's homes with the 2 entries to a square foot, weird entries in and out of kitchens and things like that. It's totally okay if you double back a little bit, but try not to do the home too many times.
Okay. And then how does it work with a duplex? Does it work
Yeah.
that way?
It does. So the way we suggest like a duplex or a triplex or a quad, whatever you're looking at in a multifamily space, is scan each unit separately. Now, if you're selling a duplex as an investor, we can do it through going in through one house down and then up through the other. Just make sure you select the type of property that it is, which is like a multifamily or a complex on the app as you scan. It'll give our way to understand in our QA process to make sure that those two things are combined.
Okay. And that's something new. I think last year you guys were still working some of those things out. It was a little
Yep.
bit rougher.
Yeah.
Carrie, hopefully that helps you because I
Yeah,
know
and
you've
Carrie,
done the
I've
same
I've
thing.
done it for like a sixplex. It works like a charm. Even with those like small little units with all of the tenants' furniture, it works.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. Yes, this is great. A lot of people love the product. Um, Somebody downloaded the app on the phone several months ago. Does she need to log into the account using the link above? You do need to
So you
connect.
can, yeah, you can still affiliate your current account through the link, but if you're having trouble doing
Send a
that, then
message.
just, yeah, send the message to the support. They'll get back to you real quick.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we want the discounts, right, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Super
Thanks, Diane.
cool. Any other questions that you guys have? It's 6:01. That was perfectly timed for a Monday night.
Yeah, I have a question. So
Sure, go ahead.
after 90 days, we just have to pay per scan, or it goes like per month, or how will it
It's not a
work?
monthly, it's per scan. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yep, we invoice once a month. So you'll get an invoice 1 or 2 days after the month, but it is per scan. In that free base level floor plan, we call it the light floor plan, will still remain free in perpetuity.
Hmm. Okay, thank you.
So I mean that even the free one is people love it. I did an open house for somebody and I had some time between, people coming and going through the property, Tatiana, and I just did a 2D free scan just to, I had it from the day before that I did it, and they loved the floor plan. I had it printed at the open house. So and it was like a split level kind of floor plan, which was nice because it wasn't a typical split. It was bigger, than a typical. So they love that we had that available. So it will work. Even the 2D floor plan gets people talking and gets people using the product more. I think that's the reason they have it probably free, but there's so much more with the paid
Mhm.
that will save you guys money and also really, take our properties to the next level.
Mhm.
Well, what a gift, I think, for all of us as we go into
Yeah.
the holiday season. So thanks, Rochelle, for making the connection with Aaron. And certainly for your clients too. I mean, if you're looking for a reason to reach out to your closed clients, it's like, here you go. Do you guys interested in having something like this as you're planning your kitchen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What a gift that you can give to all of them this holiday season too.
Maricon, did you have a final
Yeah,
question?
just how would you compare the video versus the Matterport? I know with the
Yeah,
Matterport, it I kind of get dizzy using it. Like I don't like using Matterport.
yeah. So I think Matterport is a great product. One, I think two, the video is a great way to walk through a space, see the space as how it is or could be. I think the interesting thing is when we've done our consumer research, the tour that we have where it is a static image and a static floor plan, you can see the image of each space has been kind of the connecting point to help people understand the space because as you all may know, how real estate photography is often taken, it's tucked into the corner with a wide angle lens, so it gives you a little bit of a distortion of the space. Where the floor plan can tell you this is a 10 by 10 room. So, does my king size bed fit in a 10 by 10 room? Probably not well, but in the picture it felt like it. But now I can look at the floor plan and say, okay, hey, this is the space. Go measure my bed, see if it fits, and things like that. And so, what I would say, I'd say the tour and the render are great ways to kind of fill that gap without having the interactive feature of like moving through the space, looking up or down, or things like that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Maricon. I've kind of gone away from it and gone more, having an actual physical videographer, depending on the price point of the property, and then
Mhm.
using the floor plans for some of the lower price points because it's just you get a better sense of the space and it's a true
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
And
you
quite
so
easy to
much.
use. Yep. And I don't think it takes as long. That's the other thing I didn't like about Matterport, Aaron. And if you've been a videographer, photographer, you've probably spent your fair share of time shooting
Yes.
those. And it just takes so dang long when you're having,
Yes.
back-to-back appointments and other things that you have to do. So
Yeah.
I
I
like
think
the
I
ease of
hold
use.
the world record of showing up in the Matterport scan on accident because I was too slow to get out of the turning camera. But with this, no problem there at all. 5 minutes for the average house, and you're in and you're out.
That's great. Awesome. Well, super. Well, that was fun. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your night, Erin, your family
Of
time.
course.
I get to go put the little ones to bed, I'm sure. We're just getting ready to have dinner. So
Yeah, perfect.
thank you so much for your time, Shannon. Appreciate your feedback, and Virginia as well, and all the questions. This was a very interactive session, and appreciated the time that everybody spent. Have a great week. We'll see you next
Awesome.
Monday.
Thank you all so much.